Bienvenue mes amis. Welcome to another adventure in French. And today's adventure, well, it's something you may not have heard of before, although you've been practicing it. Have you ever heard of the partitive? Well, it's a real thing that all languages do, and I'm going to teach you about the French partitive today. The partitive is simply how a language expresses the idea of some, or a part of something, hence the word partitive. All right, in English it's very simple. Our partitive is one word, some. And so that's about it. So as you can see in English, partitive, no problem. In French, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Oh, you may not be surprised to hear that, huh? Well, let me explain to you how the French forms the partitive, or the word some. All right? The partitive in French involves using the preposition de plus the definite article. And if you remember the definite article, we have three of them in French. Well, actually, we have four. Le, la, and les. Le being the definite article for masculine singular nouns, la being the definite article for feminine singular nouns, and les being the definite article for all plural nouns. And then we have the L apostrophe for any singular noun, masculine or feminine, that begins with a vowel or an H. And the definite article, you remember, means the. However, when it's combined with de, it can mean some. Let me show you some examples. Say I want to say, I am eating some chocolate. Je mange, I am eating some chocolate. Okay, so we're going to just follow the rule here. De plus my definite article for chocolate. Chocolate is masculine, it's singular, so I'm going to use le chocolat. All right? Je mange de le chocolat. Oh, but wait a minute. We have this de le here, and as we learned in our lesson about contractions, whenever de is followed immediately by le, those two words contract. So we can't have de and le next to each other. They're going to form the contraction. Do you remember? Du. So in order to say I am eating some chocolate, je mange du chocolat. Je mange du chocolat. I am eating some chocolate. All right? Let's try a feminine singular noun. Let's say I want to say I am eating some ice cream. Je mange. Let's just use our equation up here. That is de plus, all right, the definite article for glace. It's feminine singular, so I'm going to use la. Je mange de la glace. Now we're going to be careful here because we know that sometimes de does form contractions. Does de form a contraction with la? And the answer is no, it does not. So this sentence is perfectly fine as it is. Je mange de la glace. I am eating some ice cream. All right, let's venture into the world of plurals now. Let's say I am eating some French fries. Je mange. We're going to follow our rules here. I want to say some, so it's de plus my definite article, and for French fries, it's plural, so I'm going to use les, and then the word for French fries, frites. Je mange de les frites. Oh, but wait a minute. De and les. These two cannot come together like this. When they do, we must form a contraction, because de plus les equals, that's right, des. Je mange des frites. I am eating some French fries. All right? Now, let's see. I need to have a singular noun here that begins with a vowel or H. And so far in your vocabulary, I don't think we have one that will fit with the expression je mange. So we're going to have to change gears here just a little bit. And let's say we want to use the sentence, I like doing some activity. Okay? I like doing some activity. I don't like laying around all the time. I like to get up every now and then and do some activity. All right? I love, j'aime, to do, faire, and now I want to say some activity. All right? De, my definite article for a word that starts with a vowel or H would be L apostrophe activité. There we go. J'aime faire de l'activité. I love to do some activity, or I love doing some activity. All right? Now, do we have to make any kind of contraction with de and L apostrophe? And the answer is no, we do not. All right, so this sentence can stand as it is written. J'aime faire de l'activité. And there you see the 4 ways that you say the word some in French. Du, de la, de L apostrophe for the singular, and de for all the plurals. All right, let's put that together in a handy little chart down here. Masculine singular, de plus le, which is du. Feminine singular is de and la, because we make no contraction there. All right, masculine, feminine, beginning with a vowel or H in the singular. It's going to be de, L apostrophe. And of course, all plurals. The word for some is going to be de. All right, good. We just have one little note that you need to be aware of, and I've kind of talked about this before when we talked about indefinite articles in the negative. But anytime du, de la, de L apostrophe, or de, anytime the partitive follows a negative expression, it automatically reverts to de. De. Doesn't matter if it's du, de la, de L apostrophe, or de. After a negative expression like ne pas, it automatically becomes de. All right. Why does it change? Well, I'm not sure, but I know that in English we kind of do the same thing. We don't say in English, I don't want some ice cream. We really don't. You can say that and people will understand what you mean, but it just doesn't sound right. In English, after a negative expression, we normally change the word some to any. And we say, I don't want any ice cream. So we kind of make a switch too after a negative expression. So it's not all that different from what the French do. We have a negative expression like, let's just say, I am not eating any chocolate. Je ne mange pas. There's our negative expression. I'm not eating. So I know that if I want to say some in the negative, it's got to be de, because that's the only partitive we have after a negative expression. Je ne mange pas de chocolat. I am not eating any chocolate. And there you have it. That's the partitive in French. That's how you say some. All right? Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I hope it's meaningful to you. I hope you'll go out now and say all that you can about the partitive in French. And until we see each other again for another adventure in the wonderful French language, I will say au revoir, à bientôt.